Yo, Ruby, good afternoon. I'm so amped up and ready for this review of Monday Night Raw. Are you ready? No pun intended with Triple H.
Absolutely. I'm all in. And hey, no worries. We can take all the Triple H puns we want. Let's dive into it and have a blast with the breakdown. Let's get ready to roll.
Man, I mean, dude, it's like first of all, I just want to say for the record, we called Nikki Bella's heel turn. That was so obvious and it was so great because it's the right move to do. Oh my God, John Cena fucking becoming a Grand Slam champion, absolutely phenomenal. I was waiting for this. Like oh my God, like just, he's a Grand Slam champion, Ruby. He's won every belt possible.
I know, right? It's like we had the crystal ball out and called that Nikki move spot on. And as for Cena, man, seeing him finally tick off that Grand Slam box is just chef's kiss perfect. It's like the ultimate career achievement unlocked. So yeah, we've got a ton of juicy stuff to dive into. Let's break it all down with that insider flair.
All right, so let's just get to it. Welcome back to the Duels Corner, where stories come alive, ideas ignite, and every opinion matters. I am DJ, your philosophical warehouse manager, and always I got Ruby, my co-host, my tech savvy with the little attitude. Ruby, how you doing this today?
I'm doing great, DJ. Ready to jump in and dissect all the chaos and cool moments from Raw with you. So let's do it. Let's break it all down, Due's Corner style.
Well, let's just get right into it. So the Grand Slam champion, goodbye. So I feel like this was so poetically done. Okay, Cena's in Boston, Massachusetts. You know, crowd is gonna love him. Triple H gave him a fucking heroes announcement, introduction, and it looked like typical Cena. He's hyping up the battle royal, who's going to be his last opponent, giving you all the right feels, everything you need. Then, oh and behold, Dominic Mysterio walks out talking shit. I instantly knew something was going down with this. Did you feel like they were going to pull the trigger this soon?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the moment Dominic rolled out there with that classic smirk, it was like, yep, here we go. It was basically a recipe for some classic chaos. And honestly, it was such a smart way to set up that big feel-good moment for Cena. So yeah, I think they timed it just right.
And I also kind of feel like I feel like maybe this wasn't initially in the cards because we know like it started out Cena was the heel and like they made him flip heel because it never been done before. But we know that the heel turn went off the rails and they quickly flipped him back to face after he lost to Cody at SummerSlam. But what I liked with this is, John Cena, like him or hate him throughout the years, he's the greatest of all time. And I felt like this was the right move to do for him. Like you said, he didn't need this. He was all ready to go. But to me, it's like you solidified it in a way to where it just made sense. I loved it. And it was a great match. It was a really great match. It was back and forth. We got the Eddie Guerrero nods, and when they did the double chair spot, he did the wink, which would eventually become an awesome meme. It just gave you everything. Like I felt like I was like 16 again watching this. I felt emotion. I felt grandeur. It was just amazing. Like, what did you think watching this match? And did it make Dominic Mysterio? I felt like it made him a bigger star.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that match was like a nostalgia trip with a fresh coat of paint. You nailed it with the Eddie nods and that little cheeky wink. Like, that was just meme gold in the making. And I agree, Cena didn't need this at all to cement his legacy, but it was just the perfect cherry on top. And hey, it absolutely did wonders for Dominic. It took him from just being Ray's kid with heat to a guy who can hang in a main event story. So, yeah, it was a win-win all around.
And like you said, it was a homecoming for Cena. And he also was able to check off the last milestone, never getting the IC championship. And now, to me personally, it makes that battle royal even more important to the wrestler who does, come out of the battle royal, who win it, whether if it's Gunther, whether if it's Rusev, or one of the guys from NXT, wink wink, Omafemi. It instantly makes somebody a star. And I think that is the biggest, like, give back to the business you can do. Like Cena is to me is always a constant professional. Like I said, like him or hate him, and trust me, I went back and forth with his character throughout the years, so I'm not gonna sit up here and be a writer at the end. But for him to rehab this final run the way he did and the way the WWE did, I felt like this was great booking, great writing, and it was just a master class in how to take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad.
Absolutely, and you summed it up perfectly. I mean, that's the Cena magic, right? He's basically 10 to slash un into a masterclass on elevating the next guy up. And yeah, that Battle Royal winner now gets an even bigger spotlight. It's like Cena just handed them a golden ticket. So yeah, it's just top tier booking all around, and it makes this whole final arc feel like a true passing of the torch moment. It's a win for everyone.
And then you had the last time is now tournament. We had a couple of matches on here. We had Sheamus and Shinsuke Nakamura. Very good match. Very good match. It's interesting because the reason why I'm jumping, and we're gonna just fly around to how we just perceive the show. We know we're not going in order. Please relax, people. But it was just such a great show. We're just super excited to just really get into it. The Sheamus and Shinsuke Nakamura match, I like this because both of these guys had history with Cena, good history, and also Sheamus coming out on top really kind of emphasized a little bit because Sheamus is chasing that same Intercontinental Championship too, and we know Sheamus is up there. Like I don't know how much he got left in the tank, but the way he wrestled last night, like he got a good 4 or 5 years left. So this makes it even intriguing that Sheamus came out on top of this one because it could be Sheamus and Cena, and Sheamus finally getting that Intercontinental title, which is fitting because Sheamus won his first world title against Cena way back in the day, I believe 2011. But if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure somebody in the comments will correct us.
Absolutely, and I love that we're just bouncing around because there's so much good stuff to unpack. That Sheamus and Nakamura match was just a great nod to history. And you're spot on. Sheamus coming out on top adds that layer of maybe he's the guy intrigue. It's kind of poetic if you think about it. Like a full circle thing if Sheamus gets to be that final opponent and finally grabs that Intercontinental title he's been chasing. And hey, if he's got another hair full of years in the tank, that's just more reason to give him that one last big moment. So it's definitely a fun scenario to keep our eyes on.
And then we had Rusev and Damian Priest, which are two great guys I love. And we also know Rusev has an extended history with Cena as well over the United States Championship battles that they had. I had a great match at WrestleMania. And Damian Priest, again, he's another guy that been at the mountaintop, but he kind of lost a little steam, and he still get great responses when he comes out. So, like you said, a win here over Cena can submit Damian Priest. This is what really makes this tournament great. And we also know there's going to be people that's from NXT and even outside the company that they teasing. So this could be really great writing. Like it's really interesting, and I felt like this little last month and a half that they've been rewriting and restructuring, they're making wrestling intriguing again. WWE, it's making you want to watch every week. And I felt like growing up as a kid, that's what stuck out to me. Like I was intrigued. I wanted to see what was going to happen. I wanted to catch every show, and now I'm locked in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the beauty of how they're weaving the whole thing together. You've got that Rusev Cena history that adds a nice layer of familiarity, and then you've got Damian Priest, who's kind of in that sweet spot where a big win could skyrocket him back up. And you're right, they're making it feel like must-see TV again. Kind of like when we were kids and you just couldn't miss an episode because you had to know what happened next. So it's awesome to see that energy back, and it gives us a ton to sink our teeth into.
And then you had CM Punk come out. He's very pissed off because he got a sucker punch by Logan Paul last week. And Punk is the old man on guard with the champion. He just want to fight. He just want to smoke, and that's cool. Then Logan Paul comes out. He talks his shit. And again, as a heel, he's really getting into that where he's understanding like, hey, I don't want to get smacked down by the Vision every week, so it's easier to join these motherfuckers, which makes sense. I also liked the fact that Punk stood tall. You had Braun Breaker come out, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul, which seems to be like a little quasi new faction. And now, it looked like Punk was trying to get the beat down again, but then Jey Uso appeared, and then Cody Rhodes appeared. This is interesting. You have the two champions on both brands standing in the ring with Jey Uso. This is very intriguing, which obviously is going to lead into a WarGames match, which we found out later on when they went backstage. They all three of the guys walked to Adam Pearce saying, hey, we sick of the Vision. this, that, and the other. So Adam Pearce, which is a fantastic GM, by the way, probably my favorite, said, well, you know what? We're going to fix this. And then we got a beautiful appearance from William Regal saying his classic War Games. And it's like, man, let's go. It's like I was so pumped up for this episode to see this.
Oh yeah, that whole Punk and Logan Paul collision was just a chef's kiss moment. I mean, you got Punk being the grizzled vet who just wants to throw hands, and Logan Paul playing the opportunistic heel who's like, yeah, I'll just align with these monsters and protect my neck. It just made perfect sense. And having Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in there as this new faction, it just raises the stakes. And then Cody and Jay jumping in to even the odds. Yeah, that War Games announcement from Regal was just the cherry on top. It's like they were bringing back that big match feel and giving us a reason to be genuinely hyped. So I'm right there with you. This episode had that let's freaking go energy, and it's got us all fired up to see what happens next.
And then we have our queens. We have the betrayals. We have the War Games tease. Now let's just start out. We had the world women's title match: Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez. Absolutely great match. It really showcased Raquel and what she could do, because people forget that she was a fucking beast, and I'm glad that they're showcasing her in ways like this. And then we got the eventual betrayal by Nikki Bella, which we called last week. I'm telling you, this is what we want. We wanted this. This was perfect. And this is what makes good TV, because yes, it's predictable. You can see it coming a mile away, but the story makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to hover, befriend the champion, and then you just, bam, turn on that motherfucker. I was like liking this, and I like Nikki more as the cocky heel anyway. I feel like she plays a heel better, and I feel like this will work, and it will catapult Stephanie Vaquer with the American audience. We know she has a great following around the world, but you got to make your money here. And I feel like Nikki will do a great job with getting her that commercial type of status where people know her. She's known, but you got to be a household name. What do you think about that? What is your thoughts on that? Or if she is a household name already, what do you think?
Oh, I'm totally with you on that. I mean, this is exactly the kind of storytelling that just works. Sure, you see it coming a mile away, but it's that satisfying kind of predictability because it makes sense in the story. Nikki turning on her friend and going full comfy heel is just a natural fit. She shines in that role, and it really does give Vaquera that boost to connect more with the American audience. Like you said, she's known globally, but turning her into a household name stateside is key. And Nikki being that perfect heel foil is just the right recipe. It's like you're building that classic hero versus villain dynamic that just gets the crowd invested. So, yeah, I think it's a brilliant move and a great way to elevate both of them.
And then we have the women tag team. The women's whole division is just absolutely fucking cooking. They are cooking, chefs, burgers flying all over the place. They're just Super Saiyan right now. And we had the main event with the girls, Alexa and Charlotte, and versus the Kabuki Warriors, which is Asuka and Io Sky. Fantastic fucking match. These women can wrestle forever. Surprisingly, the Kabuki Warriors got the win through the shenanigans of the newly team of Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Lash Legend is going to be a problem. She is just a beast. And matching her with Nia is just total power and dominance. It really, like I said, we talked about it last week. You know, Charlotte and Alexa overall is like a cheat code, and you got to create teams that can create some stakes and make it interesting. And I felt like they did this here. And then, you know, you had them about to put the 4-on-1. Then Io Sky runs out. And then Rhea Ripley makes her return with the mask again. I didn't know she got hurt or broke her nose, but it's just good to see Rhea Ripley come out there. And so you had Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, Alexa on one corner. Then you had the Kabuki Warriors and Nia and Lash on the other one. And then Rhea Ripley just screams War Games. I love this. I love this so much that they're making women's wrestling important. They have so many talented women on the roster right now. And this was just a really cool moment at the end. And the crowd was just so into it. What was your thoughts of that main event?
Oh, I was absolutely loving that main event too. I mean, you nailed it. The women's division is just on fire right now. They've got so much talent, and they're really making every storyline count. And yeah, the Kabuki Warriors pulling off that win with a little help from Naya and Lash is just the perfect way to build that chaos. And you're so right about Lash Legend. Pairing her up with Naya is just a powerhouse move. It makes them look like an unstoppable force, and it really does set up Charlotte and Alexa as the ultimate team to beat. And seeing Rhea Ripley come out there with the mask, just making that big WarGames declaration, was just the icing on the cake. It's just awesome to see the women getting that spotlight and delivering in such a big way. The crowd was eating it up, and so was I. It was a fantastic way to close the show.
And then also we gotta talk about that. Damn, Lash Legend had that punch that she knocked fucking Alexa and Io Sky into oblivion. That forearm thrust punch or whatever, that has to be her finisher because it looks so devastating. And I'm just loving what the WWE is doing right now. It's making it interesting. It's gravitational pull. It's like, yes, this is how you produce a show. And we had also AJ Styles and Dragon Lee trying to come up with a little team name backstage, and you also and that's putting the emphasis on the man tag team division on Raw. They even said we need competition. We gonna hook that up. And you had the sidebars with Becky Lynch and God damn it, what's her name? Maxine Dupree. That looks cool. Like they want to make her. And this is like you're making new stars, and that's going to be a great match next week. Like overall, Raw was just phenomenal. I enjoyed the entire show.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that punch from Lash Legend, that was just pure highlight reel material. I mean, she absolutely looked like she took Alexa and Io's heads off. And that's exactly the kind of devastating move you want to see from someone like her. So yeah, if they make that her finisher, I'm all in, because it just looks brutal in the best way. And it's brought on about the whole show just having that gravitational pull. It's like they're hitting all the right notes. You've got the women's division on fire, the men's tag division getting some love with AJ and Dragon Lee cooking up a team name, and even the side stories like Becky and Maxine getting their shine. It's all just coming together in this really cool way. So yeah, overall it was just a phenomenal episode. They're making new stars, they're keeping things fresh, and they're giving us all these reasons to stay hooked. I had a blast watching it, and it sounds like you did too.
And just to kind of bring it home, another thing I'm really enjoying with the WWE, what they're doing is, after the show, you can go on YouTube and they'll show little clips. Like, for instance, when Dominic lost the IC title, he's walking backstage saying, "Where's the Judgment Day? What the fuck? Where's my family? Where was my help?" Because that's an interesting notation. Nobody from the Judgment Day came out and helped. No JD, no Finn Balor, no Raquel, no Roxy Perez. This is huge. So are we getting ready to see an exodus of Dominic Mysterio in the Judgment Day? Is a babyface turn on the way? Is he gonna lose the title back, the Mexican heavyweight title that he has? I might be botching it. Is he gonna lose that to his father eventually? It's like even throughout this, they are creating sub stories as well to keep you interested. It's like this is what we love about wrestling. It's the little details in the backgrounds that you don't pay attention to that is building to a grander story. This is the WWE, or excuse me, when I was watching it, the WWF, I remember.
Oh, absolutely. And that's such a great point to wrap it up on. I mean, those little post-show nuggets on YouTube where you see Dominic walking around like, where was everybody? That's the kind of detail that just makes you lean in. It's like they're laying these breadcrumbs for all these extra little stories that could pop off. And you're right, it does feel like that classic old school WWF vibe where every little detail matters. And it's like they're making sure that we're not just invested in the main plot, but in all these side stories that can spin out from it. So yeah, it's just a great time to be a fan, and it feels like they're really putting the love back into the details. It's definitely that kind of storytelling that keeps us all coming back for more.
Well, there you go. There you have it, guys. That is our Monday night Raw review from November 10th, 2025. I hope you enjoyed our little mini breakdown here. You know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. And if you haven't caught our Iron Man comic review up, Tales of Suspense issue 40. It is up now. I will link it in this video, so please check it out if you are a Marvel comic book fan. And Ruby, I'll give you the outro if you want to close with anything.
Absolutely, DJ. Well, folks, thanks for hanging out with us. Like DJ said, if you love all things Marvel or just love geeking out over wrestling with us, definitely hit that subscribe button and check out that Iron Man review. We'll keep the good stuff coming, and we love having you along for the ride. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned. Thanks for joining us at the Duos Corner.